Look at that! It's time to play in Verdun! Welcome to the Season 1 finale, the last episode in the first season of Weifu War. Guess what? Random Select gave me my waifu, my favorite female CEO in this game. She is amazing, and I felt lucky when Random Select gave me Sasha. Even if I really enjoy playing Lash, Sasha is just amazing. And I was actually surprised my opponent picked Lash over Sasha. I say that because they were the last two CEO in Weifu War, and usually when an episode ends, to make sure Random Select do not give me a CEO I already played, I ban all CEOs I previously played. So this finale, either it would be Lash or Sasha, the Random Select I would get. So I hope all of you will enjoy. Let's cover both CEO and then let's cover this last match in this first season. She creates all of the tech Black Hole has. Guess what? This is the mad scientist Lash. Unit gain plus 10% attack for every terrain star. Air unit are unaffected by terrain, so this means only ground and naval unit do get that buff. Which makes her really very... Rewind. That makes her very interesting. You know why? She's different than Kindle. She requires brain cell to be played. Hell yeah. She has one of the best day-to-day in the game, but it's not without any flaws because her air unit are just the average air unit, and you need Reef to have better naval. So overall, she is a very fun CEO to play, but she's limited on what she can do because she's, let's be honest, she's really slow. A 4 stars power is very slow considering that power is not that impressive. Her super is 7 stars. It's a super almost as good as Samurai Spirit, but here's the thing, she do not have Kambai day to day. This is why that Prime Tactics is underwhelming. She has a great super. I will be honest here. She has a great super, but she's not strong enough to keep up with global damage. She's not, and it's sad. Now let's read out the power and the super. Power for 4 stars. Terrain Tactics. Movement cost for all terrain is reduced to 1 except in snow. So Olaf is our worst enemy for this. However, that power can really help out sometimes to get that extra space, to get that extra buff on defense and offense. On top of her day-to-day, that buff is actually really good. Just keep that in mind. On cities, she has 40% firepower increase. She is like Kindle, without any tower, just her power. So imagine, add up a tower on top of that. It's crazy, right? Now, her super for 7 stars. Prime Tactics, one of the best super in the game. Terrain stars are doubled, attack and defense. Movement costs overall terrain is reduced to 1 except in snow. OP, right? Offense, defense. OP, strong, I like it. I will say this, she has a really good super. That super is better than the other tier 3. The only tier 3 that has a better super is Drake, because global damage is ridiculous. On a day-to-day basis, Lash is better than Drake. But in a longer game, Drake really slap really hard Lash because global damage is absurd. But what if you make Lash super 6 stars instead of 7? She would become tier 2. Just saying. Sasha! My waifu! My favorite female character! She is lovely. She will do whatever it takes to protect our family. She is very likable. Anyway, let's read out her chart. Receive plus 100 income per property. It looks bad, right? But it's not. It's really good. It's like the more building you get, the stronger you are. And in longer games, sometimes you have that stalemate, right? Where both players have the same number of building. Guess what? She has more money than you. But that's also a flaw in the other end. Let's address it right now. The moment your opponent surpasses you in income, if you do not seal that victory fast, you lost. Her day-to-day is based on her having more money than her opponent. So this is why Sasha is tier 1. It's because it's harder for her to reach out and get her day-to-day. Other CEOs just have that free day-to-day. Max! Yeah. So let's cover her power and her super now. The power! Market crash, 2 stars. Reduce enemy bars by 10% per 5,000 funds. The more money you get, the more power bar you drain. She is good, right? She's really annoying. I will admit it. She is annoying. But here's the thing. Sasha, depending on the matchup, can still lose against lower tier. I'm thinking about, don't know, Max. Now, I mainly think about Max because Max steamroller really badly. Because Max has a bit stronger day-to-day at some extent. Even if I really hate Max, I will admit it. Max day-to-day is free. It's ridiculous. He's the most boring CEO to play anyway. Yeah, so Market Crash is Lightning Strike worst enemy. It's Black Storm worst enemy. But here's the thing. Against cheaper power, 2 stars power, 3 stars power, Sasha Market Crash is no more as good as longer, better power or super. This is another sad truth, and a lot of people will tell you, just spam the power. I disagree. You spam the power against seals like Og because you don't really have a choice. You spam your power against Eagle. You spam your power against Olaf. You spam your power against Drake. Maybe against Rachel if you know your opponent doesn't waste his stars on Lucky Lass. But if you fight Grit and Javier, if you fight Lash, I do think you should think more about using that super instead of that power. It's just me saying that, you know? Because her super works very well with her day-to-day. And if you're able to take away 10k from, well, I should say, if you're able to take away 20k from your opponent to earn 10k on your side, you did good job. It's a 6-star super after all. So if you are able to take out 20k from your opponent, it's a great super. Because Warbond for 6 stars receive funds equal to 50% of the damage dealt when attacking or blocking enemy units. So even when you block, even if you counter attack, you do get money. Hell yeah, we like that. Extra money on top of our day-to-day. But here again, most of the people will say, just spam the power. No. Consider who is your opponent. Again, some opponent, maybe using that super can help you out a lot. Having bigger units, stronger units to strike harder your opponent, to seal that deal. But that's just me thinking and speaking. This was a very long intro for that Weifu War. Let's cover the battle now. Before we go any further, I will admit it, Pastiche was brave to pick Lash when he had the choice to pick Sasha. And I will go even further with this. Pastiche as an opponent, I do think he is better than me. And I say that because I fought him or her, I don't know, many times in the past with many of my alternate accounts. I don't even know if I have a replay out yet with that opponent, but I remember seeing that person. I remember having fights with that person, either on the Global League or in casual games. I can't remember which one, but I know I fought Pastiche, and I do think I lost to Pastiche in the past. So with that being said, let's go over that replay. I am very curious to see what happened next. I will be honest, I actually forgot what happened. This game took place like a month ago, but that game lasted for a month, so we basically started probably 2 months ago. I'm not quite sure when exactly we started, but right now it's just classic capture stuff. I open up with a Recon. Usually I do not open up with a Recon. No. But this time around I'm like, that opponent is strong and I will try out something. I am Sasha after all. I am on my comfort zone because I do play Sasha a lot. And my opponent is Lash. So I'm like, let's test out stuff to see how it goes. And with my extra money I can actually Recon spam and have 2 turns of Recon double infantry in a row because of Sasha day to day. So this is why I like so much Sasha. She is very fun. Here's the thing, maybe I do not go for 2 Recons in a row because I want a copter. But yeah, we will see how it goes. Enough speaking right now. Yeah, I went double Recon. So you see, she cannot afford. I will refer Pastiche as a she because it's Lash. So yeah, Recon going there. Ooh, interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. None of our Recon spot the other one. However, I think I will find that Recon. Maybe, just maybe. Artillery double infantry, and guess what? I did calculated that money, and I knew if I would go this way, I would be able to have a battle copter, one of my favorite units. Capture. So that Recon was 1 turn later because she do not get the same extra money I get every turn. A 3rd Recon, okay. It's overkill in this map. This map is small. I think all you need is 2 Recon. And maybe later in the game you can have a third one to move around either center top or center bottom, or just roll around in the center. So yeah, early in the game like that, 3 recon is too many. So maybe I was wrong. Maybe Pastiche is not better than me. We will see. We will see. Transport copter and the bolt infantry. That recon is very smart, hiding there. I sit on that building because I like that. I sit on that building because I'm like, okay, he doesn't have anything around. Otherwise, I would have seen it with my recon. So I'm like, okay, let's deny that building. Because I know that building is a bit further based on my experience in this map. Only a transport sent this way by bottom player can make that building go under that player control faster. But because I have seen a recon previously, I do not expect a transport copter yet. Battle copter triple infantry. Tank, mech, infantry. I actually agree with this mech for once. You know why? Transport copter! This is the only reason why I do not bash that person. I will say this, if that person decides to make spam, then I will be judgmental. But right now, let's let it slice because transport copter justify that mech. Let's see how it goes. So, artillery move all around the place. I do think my recon got trapped there, but I'm glad because I'm like, okay, that's where the recon was. And this game took place over many turns, so I don't really watch replays, so I had no clue he had something there. Okay, let's see how it goes. Recon, recon crime! Don't do that, folks! Now, maybe he's like, I'm Lash, I'm only Forest, so I get 20% extra firepower. Could understand if that was the argument, but it's not really impressive, because now if one of my tank sees that recon, maybe even on that forest, I will be able to one-shot that recon, or maybe that recon HP will go down to 1. Now you will tell me, oh, 1, it's still really good because it can still gather intel. I agree, but at 1 HP, anything can kill it. And you don't want your recon to die. Now, in this case, he already has 2 other recons, so maybe it's not a big issue if you lose that recon. But it's not something I'd suggest to people. Like, keep your recon alive. You don't want to spend more money on them later on in the game, because at some point you will need recon. You will need it. It's essential later in the game. Let's see how it goes. Another mech. This time around I disagree. You are Lash. You don't need that many mechs. You just don't need them. You are not Sammy. Keep that in mind. Now I retreat my recon because I don't like seeing recon with 6 HP. Because with 6 HP, regardless of terrain, most of the time, especially against like Lash, I think recon just die from tank shots. Maybe building are the only place where recon can survive Lash shots, but I think if Lash attacks from that forest, she can still wipe out the recon despite the building. But yeah, I don't like to see my recon receiving damage like that, because when it's damaged you cannot harass things and they are easier to kill, and when your recon is easier to kill you may lose the intel you gather. So, yeah, don't waste your recon. I will say this. Now, I locked my own tower with that recon. You know why? Well, I know a lot of players do like denying that tower. Some player are also very clever, and not only they deny you the tower, but they steal it from you. And it's not the best strat, it's not the best tactic, because it's really easy to counter. But if a player is better than you, and if that player is better than you, and he gets your tower, then it's another story. You probably lost. But if guys are even, or if you are better than your opponent, it doesn't matter if your opponent has both tower. It only matters when your opponent is better than you. Because if he is better than you, good luck taking that tower from him or her. And good luck winning with 20% less firepower. So with that being said, let's keep going with the video. So tank, infantry, anti-air. I did build my first tank. It's a bit late, but here's the thing. I'm not used to recon opening, so it's normal at some extent. I have a tank out this late. I do like more battlecopter over tanks. That's another reason. Because I know most of the player, after the recon, they usually make tanks. And here, sometimes people don't make them preemptive. Sometimes people wait until they see copters to make anti-air. It's wrong to do that, but players are still doing it because they're like, not everyone use copter, or they value tank much more than anti-air. So early copters are really good. Don't spam copters, because here's the thing. At some point your opponent will make an anti-air. Either it's because he will see your copter, or it's because he expects some copters at some point. And if you start spamming copters, the moment your opponent realizes he killed 2 copters in a row, or the moment he sees 2 copters already out, they will expect copter spam. And copter spam is one of the easiest strat to counter, because copters are expensive. You just spam anti-air. You wipe out all the copters. Your opponent has nothing left. Maybe a recon somewhere, maybe an artillery somewhere. So copters are really good, but do not spam them. It's rare copter spam will work in higher elo. Maybe in 800, 900, sometimes it can work. And I will admit, sometimes in the past, I did lose against players that were clever with their copter spam. But after facing off a few copter spammer, I realized their weakness, and each time I see one, well, he lose. So yeah, copter really good units, but limit yourself. Like, don't make 20. So let's see how it goes. First anti-air, good timing. Another mech, 3 mechs, and we are speaking about Lash. Just look at my army composition. I got 2 copters. So these 2 copters, if they see these mechs will be powerless. And of course, my opponent was smart. My opponent was like, anti-air right now. That's good. I will praise you for that. But these mechs are useless. This is the right timing for an anti-air and the wrong timing for a mech. That artillery, I like it a lot. Artillery are really good. So right now we both have diverse army. We have different stuff, but both of army are still diverse, which is really good. You don't want like only tanks, because if you got only tanks, you cannot see stuff. Now, this is what I'm talking about. You see, on the road, my artillery wiped out the tower as Sasha. My artillery was able to one-shot that Recon. So now it's 4k down the toilet because that Recon took too many risks. It gathered intel, it did its job. But doing your job, does this mean you need to die in the process? Not really. I think sending that Recon at infantries like that from the road was really, really risky. And yes, he had tank backup, which is high level strat there. But here's the thing, you do not have vision anymore. So even if you have tank backup there, your tank won't be able to see anything. Maybe if you send your Recon to assist and scout, you will be able to see what comes next, and maybe you will throw your tank at the right place. But here's the thing, if I spot that Recon, I will kill it as well. So be cautious, know what you are doing with your Recon. So let's see how it goes from here. I start capping the tower. I think he did start capping his own tower. Because I had a full HP Recon back, I decided I'd kill that unit with these two units. The main reason is she is Lash, so if I can deny her tower, I will have better unit across the board. Because my copter will have extra firepower Lash do not have. So this is what I'm aiming for. And let's see how it goes for me. Try to deny me my tower, which is fine. It's clever, it's smart. I would do the same because my opponent did deny my tower. So right now it's the right thing to do. Now, this is wrong. There is no way in hell this will work. That infantry do not have walls. That infantry only has a Recon as backup. Now, I know he's blind, but being blind doesn't mean you need to sacrifice your stuff, because this is what's going on. That infantry will die. Even if you don't see what's around, you should expect that infantry there to die, because there's no tank around to scare me off. And even if there was one tank there, I would never let you get that tower that easily. So I think this is a major mistake. You can deny your opponent tower, but then if you try to capture it, any somewhat decent to good player will be able to stop you, and this will mean you gave a free infantry. And now you tell me, well, it's just one infantry, but so far I got a free Recon, and now you're giving me free infantry? So now it's 5k free, a full APC, a mech and 2 infantry, a Recon and 1 infantry, basically. So yeah, it's not really good already giving away unit this early in the game. This will hurt your unit count a lot. So let's see how it goes. Recon on Recon War again. Not really great, but hey, I guess that's fine. Maybe no, really that Recon should be elsewhere. That Recon should be hidden there, or that Recon should go down here and then go there. Because just staying in that area is not really a great idea. And here's the why. You already got that Recon, so you already have this much intel. That Recon is pointless. All it does is harassing other Recon. Now, maybe you will trap that Recon, which is kind of high level. But here's the thing. I have lots of stuff. So even if you trap my Recon, because your Recon is damaged already, I have high chances on killing your Recon. So by trying to trap my Recon, you will lose your own Recon. And Recon for Recon may look really good, right? But here's the thing, you already lost a Recon, he's about to lose an infantry. And trust me, if that 3 HP doesn't go hide in a forest, that infantry will die as well. Whatever that will shield that Recon to lock it there will probably end up dying. So here we are. He doesn't even trap me. That's weird. Okay. That Recon will die. Infantry gone. Infantry damage. Suicide to damage this and kill that so I can reach the other one. Look at that. The unit count is already looking really bad. And now, I will be honest, this wasn't the best idea ever. But here's the thing. I really wanted to reach that mech and get a first strike on it. So that's why I endangered my Recon. Now you will tell me Recon has more value than mech. I do agree, but here's the thing, right now I know I have the lead because I did wipe out a lot of my opponent unit at that point. I killed like 4 units just this turn. So I do know I have a better unit count, and in Fog it's essential to have a good unit count because your units are your vision. No unit, no vision. So at that point I really want to damage as much as I can his sight, and I don't really like to see mechs like that. I'm like, mechs, man, they are bad. And at that point I didn't know he had a transport copter. But here's the thing, you see the mech is going on the side. If that was an infantry, it would reach the buildings and all the battles here and there faster. Now it's just a mech, and it will take forever to reach that front. What tells you I will have a tank around, or a Recon around, or an anti-air around? Mech want cheap shots. They want to be defensive, they want to scare away units. And if you send them where there's a bunch of infantry and no value, your mech is being wasted. I will never defend mechs. Mechs are trash. But you can be smart even with trash. So let's see how it goes. Double artillery, infantry, and battlecopter because I had the money. So let's see how my opponent reacts to it. 2 anti-air. Maybe he has seen that battlecopter, that's why he made a second anti-air. I guess that's fair. And having 2 anti-air, 1 for each front sounds good. Because you don't really need an anti-air in the center because you can front shift quite easily in this map just by pulling down like that and going here. Or if you're there, you can just pull down here and then go up there. It's really easy to front shift in this map. That's why I like this map so much. Kill my units. Kill my units. Kill my units. So that mech did got value. But I don't think he got full value because he lost 6 HP to kill a 8 HP with the infantry help. So I guess that mech did pay itself back, but with mechs you want a bit more than just paying itself back. You want to zone out stuff. Right now he didn't really zone out much. He just took hits from everything and now he's barely standing. And now any of my infantry can come and just finish that mech off. And you don't really want your mech to be finished off by an infantry. So that mech was worthless. He wasted that mech. And the other mech, let's see how it goes, but I don't think it will get any value in the bottom part of the map. Kill the infantry, damage. Kill. More mechs? Are you kidding me, bruh? Where are your copters? Okay. Early in the game, I said we both had diversity, but right now, I don't see diversity. Here's why. It's late in the game. Recon, tank, anti-air, mech, artillery. Yes, 5 types. This is more than some people, but battlecopter are missing. Even if you are Lash, one copter can really help you out killing off tanks. Your tanks are better than your copters for sure, because you're Lash. Here's the thing, tank on tank war will damage your tanks. If you got one battlecopter flying around, covering your tank, you can first strike an enemy tank with your copter and then finish off that tank with your own tank. And guess what? Your tank won't receive any damage. That's the beauty of battlecopter. So at that point in the game, both sides should have at least one copter. This is day 11 and every single seal want at least one copter early in the game. Because these copters are really good. They can strike tank, they can strike recon, they can have sight, they can disregard terrain, they do a lot. They are really good units. Make them, they are important. I hope some of you did not notice the new team in the background. So let's see how it goes. Actually, I think I went too fast this turn. Copter strike! That mech will never get its value back. And guess what? It's 3k wasted. This is why I don't make mechs. They are bad. Look at that. Mech out! Barely got his value back. And I'm bad at math, so maybe he actually got his value, but he didn't exceeded his value for sure. Damage, damage. Try to capture. Kill! So I feel like all I need in that area is one artillery because I've seen lots of units there, so I'm like, maybe most of his troops are there. And I was actually right. He has a few tanks there. And these tanks are really smart because they are hidden. So this means I don't really see them and they will slaughter that tank. And this will be the first time he really does something good. Now, reflecting to the game, I do think it was a mistake to only take a pot shot to that recon. I should have expected tanks around, but I will be honest, in recent days, I play less and less Advanced Wars by web, so I'm getting rusty, I think. I say that because the rotations in Global League are not impressive for me. And the new one, I will make a video about it on my other channel. I think it will be out this week or next week. I don't really know when the video will be out, but I will cover this current rotation. I played most of the maps, I think. So yeah, I will leave in the description of this video the link for my other channel. And you can just drop by and go take a look. Over there, I also cover Advanced Wars, but less Advanced Wars. It's a lot of things I cover, and this is where I cover my streams. I do stream a lot. Different games, including Advanced Wars. Anyway, that was the promo part of this video. So, let's see how it goes. Okay. Anti-air double infantry battlecopter, I agree 100%. One anti-air is not really enough, and at that point I expect my opponent to get some copters, and I'm actually surprised right now looking back. No copters, day 12. It's really bad. Tank are good, I said it earlier, but you really want at least one copter at that point. Copter are good. Think about it. They look bad for some players because anti-air shut them down, but it's a lie to say they are bad. So more Recon on Recon War. It's not really great. Okay, you killed my Recon. I will also kill yours because now it's at 3 HP. Anything around, like you can just send infantries and finish it off, or just send that copter there and boom. So many things can kill that Recon. So Recon for Recon at that point, it's not really good. And now I will go further with this. Both of his Recons are heavily damaged. They can die from anything right now. And I will go further with this. That tank is still alive, I think. Maybe it dies. Oh, actually it dies. Never mind. These two Recon are still about to get destroyed. So this means he will lose a lot of vision, and he will lose basically 8k. So these two Recon will replace my tank at some extent. Yes, I lost a tank, but he lost two Recon. So he actually lost more value than me. And right now, look at the unit count. I got a much better unit count. Why? Copters, boy! Copters! And I will go further with this. I also killed much more units than my opponent. This is why right now there's a 7 unit gap. So yeah. Another mech. I don't like mech. I praise their first one and I trash all of the other ones. Man, why? Why? That infantry will just die. Send it there, heal. I don't know. Maybe I was wrong about Pastiche, or maybe I was really bad when I lost. Okay, Recon tank. You see, at that point, he had money for 3 tanks. But because he knows he will lose 2 Recon, he made 2 Recon. I won't say it's bad, but losing these 2 Recon at the first place is where it went wrong. If he was or she was more cautious about these 2 Recon, they would be still around, hidden somewhere, or healing, I don't know. But they will still be around, and guess what? Lash would have spent 21k into 3 tanks. And she would dominate the tank war. Because look at my side, I only got 1 tank. And she got 3 tanks on the front line, 2 about to reach the front line, and 1 from the base. So if she had 3 tanks from the bases, I think at that point she would have amazing tank composition. Right now, it's better than me. It's obvious. But these extra 2 Recon don't belong. Now, as I said, that was the right call to make 2 Recon. The bad call was sending the 2 other Recon to die. This is what went wrong. And I hope I am clear on that. Don't let your Recon just die like that. This is bad. Capture, damage, kill. Guess what? Exactly what I predicted. Both Recon died. I'm about to get my tower. And now because no Recon, he doesn't see that tank. Guess what? He will probably try to deny me that tower even more. But here's the thing, I got a tank. I got another copter there. That copter will probably end up dying, but it did its job by killing stuff. and like Raycon, well, I should say Battlecopter, they usually tend to die fast. So here I use my power to gain the day-to-day and to crash some of my opponent matter. Because sometimes it's good to deny your opponent power or super. Damage now kills, and guess what? The second tank is the tank that revealed my tank. So my counterattack will be really hard on my opponent. It's very possible both of these two tanks will die only because she wasn't able to see them. Because she lost both Raycon. Now, do you see how important Raycon vision is? If there's one unit you'd like to protect as much as you can, it's your Raycon. I would rather protect a Raycon than a tank. Even if the tank has more value, I make them the entire game anyway. And Raycon, you do not want to make them later in the game. Well, mid-game to late game sometimes, but you don't want to end up in Pastiche case where he is forced into having two Raycon. I lived that kind of experience against Alex Arcanus, and most of you probably have seen it, but there was a stream where I fought Alex Arcanus, he was Lash, I was Sasha, and I lost because lack of vision, because I lost Raycons, and because he's a better player than me as well. That's a good reason. So yeah, vision, intel, it's essential. Telling you, it's important. So let's see how it goes. Damage, kill, oh, damage actually. Trying to get their own tower. She damaged that, but man, that infantry is dead just to damage that infantry. I guess she could not escape, so she did the right thing, but this is what happens when you like vision. A third Raycon? Okay, whatever. Medium tank and mech? Okay. If you didn't build a copter at that point and you take up already, you're doing a war crime in my eyes. Take up are good. I won't lie. Take up is strong. But you need diversity to protect and assist your medium tank. A medium tank alone won't achieve anything. You need copters, you need Raycon, you need tank. Now you told me, but he made a Raycon with that medium tank. That's true, but he already has two Raycon, first of all. And second, where is the air support? If I see that medium tank with one of my copter, he will need an anti-air to deal with that copter. But guess what? If the anti-air dies, what will protect that medium tank from air units? Nothing. That's why I tell people make a battlecopter before thinking about taking up. And I will be honest on that. In recent days, I actually stopped taking up. And I got many wins. Because I'm smart to work around take up unit with cheaper units. Will this work against everyone? No. It's obvious. It only works in lower ILO, I think. Maybe in higher as well if you're really smart and this is really high level, but you don't really need to take up to fight take up. That's all I'm saying, and sometimes you don't even need to take up and you can win. Even if your opponent did take up, you can still beat him. Just be smart. I have a diverse army. I have battlecopters. They are essential. So let's see how it goes. Damage. Damage. Oh my. That's funny. Kill. Damage. damage, damage. Market crash, because I don't want my opponent to get prime tactics. Double infantry tank. At the start of her turn, 10 unit gap and 20k of difference. And that's funny because she actually has more money than me on a day-to-day basis. So this means my day-to-day right now is not that impressive. So at the end, Lash still had a superior capture game than me. It's very interesting. But here's the thing. Army management wasn't that great on Lash's side so far. Damage, damage, damage. Kill, kill. So even if she has more money, she will heal these units and that will cost more money. At least now it's even in terms of army value. She actually surpassed me after building. But yeah, I killed this. I joined Cap because I really want that money because I realized, oh my, she has more money than me. So I kill stuff because this is what we do. Now, you see, there's no anti-air there. So that battle copter, even if it's at 5 HP, it can still damage mags, tanks, indirect, break on. So I make another battle copter because of that point. Okay, I will out battle copter you. I knew she had more tanks than me, so there was no point for me making any tanks. And I also saved some money because I want my next market crash to shut down most of her meter. Damage, damage, damage. Now I do think throwing these units there was another mistake because now I will just eat them alive. Because I got 2 artillery there. So a smart player would shoot there, then shoot there, and this copter would finish off this. So I would just leave that tank alone if I was smart. I don't know if I do that, but looking at the game right now, that's the best plays. So I really hope I will do the best plays because right now, this is an opportunity for me to really steamroll my opponent. Now, oh my, look at that. All these units in indirect range. My next turn will be crazy. Just take a look, 11 unit gap. This is what happens when you don't make any copters. Nah, I was dumb. But okay, I killed the tank, so that's fine. I guess I went for the value. Damage. That counterattack was really strong. I wiped out all of these units. More market crash. $31 to $90. This hurts a lot. Damage, 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 damage. Kill, kill, damage, kill, kill. Capture at last. Damage, damage, kill, 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 kill. Another market crash. Bomber! Because I see medium tank, I'm like, that bomber will pay itself back if I can kill that medium tank. Take a look. 14 unit gap at the start of her turn. At that point, she lost. Too many unit lost. Even if she has a better income than me, she's not able to hold her own. Because she sacrificed so many units in that area. Right now, what kind of vision she has? All she has is like 2 recon at the same place. The same mistake as earlier in the game. Both recon in the same area. So she's blind the rest of the map. So she has no clue how many artillery I got in the top part of the map. So yeah, she has a really big lack of vision. She lacks vision. So just take a look to where both of Lash recons are. Then take a look to where both of my recon are. I got 1 recon up, 1 recon down. So I see half of the map. There's parts of the map I don't see because woods and because too far. Like her bases, airport. But I still see what I need to see. Because I'm smart with my recon, I know my opponent has a medium tank. Because she goes blind, she doesn't know where my copters are. She doesn't know where my artillery are. So, yeah. Recon, man. Be smart with them. Never use 2 recon in the same area if it's a small map. So, let's keep going there. Okay. Medium tank goes there. Similar in value again. And here that artillery, it's surrounded by unit. That artillery will probably die, but it's running low in ammo, so this means that artillery did its job and it did pay itself back. So now I capture this because unit count is important and my opponent didn't realize how important this was. So I kinda expected something to go on that town. So that's why I placed both artillery there. Because I wanted to kill whatever was trying to go there. And I also shielded my capture. So now, not only it needs vision to see it shielded, but it's also protected by many units. So stealing that building will look like nothing, but here's the thing. My money will increase. Her money will decrease. I will take the lead, and because she did struggle to stay in the game, despite having a lead in terms of money since almost the start of the game, this will really affect the rest of the game. Losing 1 building when you're living day to day, each paycheck, like paycheck to paycheck, this will really hurt you if your opponent still one of your buildings. Kill the mech, because I see anti-air there, so I do not expect any anti-air in the area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of reach, which is quite smart. And I send my bomber in that area because this is where I see the biggest value. I'm blinded. All I see there is 2 tanks, but one of the 2 tanks has been damaged. And I don't really watch replays, so I really don't know what he has else there. Triple tank! I move my artillery around, my artillery get trapped. Poor artillery. So, okay. This is smart, attacking from there after scouting. Here's the thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All she is able to see is that artillery. So never throw away a medium tank, even if it's to protect a building. If you see an artillery, don't go in range of them because this is really bad. Now both artillery will lower that medium tank HP, and the battlecopter, if the medium tank is still standing, the battlecopter will finish the job. So yeah, this is why you need vision. If he was smarter with his recon, he would be able to see there are 2 artillery, and if he had the intel there are 2 artillery, don't see him doing that. But if someone attacks, even if that someone knows there's 2 artillery, that's really bad. She surpassed me for the first time in the game in terms of value. There's the thing. she will lose a full medium tank. And I still have more unit than her. So guess what? This will be a decisive turn for me. And I killed the crap out of this unit. Now I do Recon on Recon crime, but I was hoping to eye roll and kill that Recon. So that Recon surviving is a bit of luck. And yeah, I expected this to die. Now, I expect my opponent to throw some anti-air there, because I did reveal having a battlecopter in this area. That's why I move elsewhere. I don't want to lose that battlecopter for nothing. Also shield that copter with as many units as I can. And I throw an infantry there, but here's the thing. A tank sees that. So whatever that will attack that infantry, it will die, because there's a battlecopter, there's a recon, and there's a tank. And now that this medium tank died, maybe I will send that bomber there. Think. Yeah. Anti-air, double infantry, and battlecopter. Now it's much better the Recon use, but this one should be in the center, because you already got one in this area. Damage. Just damaging infantries like that, it's not really good for Recon, because they are exposed and they are not there to harass, they are there to gather intel. So now he will lose a Recon just for damaging an infantry. It's not a really good trade, no. If that was a mech, it would get value, but infantry are not really valuable. So it's a really bad idea to approach the game this way. Yeah, let's see how it goes now. Mech again. That transport copter will crash and burn. My! That transport should have been in that airport there. I understand she wanted to throw her mechs in the front line, but mechs are not good enough to lose a transport copter over them. Kill because plane, because tower, because chip damage. That's why you don't want to harass people. Now, you see, I killed Vision now. Not the Thanos one, not the Avenger one. So, that Recon still sees stuff. But losing that Recon in this area was the first mistake, and having two Recon in this area was the second mistake. So let's see how it plays out for my opponent. I tried to steal away that building again, and because I have a Recon in this area, I know he has nothing. So this building is free now, and this is the time where I actually get what I want. Double artillery infantry again, because I know my opponent will out-tank me. I wasn't really playing tank heavy, I was playing air unit heavy. So artillery are a good pick for me, and they save me some money. So let's see how it goes. Send the tank in the center. She still doesn't have her tower yet, and it's kind of late in the game. So the biggest reason is why is she dedicated so many units to deny me the tower, and she wasted so many units to deny me the tower. I still ended up having that tower, and because she lost all of these units over that tower, well, she didn't get her own tower. So for most of the game, I didn't even try hard to deny that tower. Most of my battling was over my own tower, which is not really the way to tackle this map. I did it to make sure she doesn't get control over both tower and the end result was me having my tower and her not having her own tower. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Okay, my thing died. That's bad, but here's the thing. Because I'm smart on my Recon, that Recon will be able to scout these people. And guess what? I will crush them with a big dead ball. The fact that my enemy lacks vision in the front line helps me building troops on both sides. And usually you want all of your things in one side and a bit things on the other side. But here's the thing. I knew I had the lead. I knew I killed more enemy than my opponents. I knew I had a better unit count. Because I knew I had a better unit count, being divided doesn't hurt me that much. Being divided really hurts you if you're behind. If you're behind and you're divided, you will lose. But if you have the upper end, like me right now, if you are divided, you will crush your opponent on every front. That's as simple as that. So let's see how it goes. I shield that other capture and I send artillery to cover that drum there. Now look how I place my copters. They are behind my shields. So even if he has an anti-air, first of all, he will need to scout these people. And then he will need to blow up that wall and then reach that. But there's no way he can reach the second one. And if he does reach the first one there, it will be with a unit in front of my artillery. So this means my artillery there will be able to shoot this. My artillery there will be able to shoot that. So it's really deadly. And if she tried to attack this and then deny me that, these two artillery will just counterattack and have free shots there. And then these battlecopter will just go crazy. So now I make a dead ball there instead of attacking. Okay, first big mistake and then followed by a second big mistake. Here this is overextension. Yes, you out-tank me. But here's the thing. This is my territory there. You don't know what I have. I was building a dead ball there. You fell right into my dead ball. And this turn will be decisive. I may win this turn. Just because he threw a tank into my dead ball. And the biggest reason why he did that is because she didn't add the vision, because the Recon is not at the right place. Recon is such an essential tool for vision. They are not meant to harass. They are meant to gather intel. I think my opponent played too much standard. So let's see how it goes. Damage. All of the tanks. Look at that. 3 tanks. 4 tanks. 4 tanks. I have 3 tanks. There's the thing. I have a bomber, 3 copter, 1 anti-air, and 1 Recon. So I see exactly what my opponent has. Oh, more overextension on my building. Even more on my territory. Look at that. 3 shots. I wish these were shots in bars. Overextension. No proper support. That infantry will die. Damage. My copter are still alive. Two tanks to protect that infantry, but all I need is to interrupt that gap and then shift back units or use these units. I have a lot of options to protect my tower. I may lose that infantry in the process, but an infantry for a tower is worth it. First strike. First strike. Kill. 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 My counter-attack was so hard. No more anti-air, bro. It's over. That anti-air will never make it in time. These copters still have like 2 or 3 other shots before being scared and flying away. First strike. First strike. Kill 1 tank. 2 tank. 3 tank. 4 tank. Power. I scout. And look how I place my units. That bomber is well shielded. It will be complicated for anti-airs from there to hit this. This anti-air can hit this for sure. There's the thing. That anti-air will probably end up dying. So yes, it will pay itself back for sure. But it will still end up dying. And at that point, value doesn't really matter anymore. Only unit count matters. Because I got the upper end. Because I just did a huge turn with my dead ball. Because she ran right into my dead ball. Take a look. 14 units of difference. And I'm about to get 40 units. 60k of difference. At that point, I won the game. But let's keep going. Even if I won and it's clear, let's keep going and see how deep that defeat will go. So, boom. Okay. Bomber almost destroyed, but let's take a look. 31 to 22. 20k of difference. I have 20k ahead of him. And this is the start of my turn. Just take a look. My counter-attack will be so hard. I kill another tank. I damage this. I kill that. I kill this. I damage. I kill that. I kill this. I front shift there. Because I realize maybe she will try again to get my tower. Counter-attack really hard. Really, really hard. Look at that. I try again. And guess what? She will be forced into attacking this. And because of the lack of vision she has, she won't see the artillery is still there. So it's just snowballing right now. It's a big snowball, and I decided to take up at that point because I'm like, maybe I will need to assert dominance with this one. Maybe my opponent will just not give up. First strike, second strike. My bomber is still around. It doesn't do much damage anymore, but the damage he does is enough to me to be like, oh yeah, I like that. And that one damage he did was enough to kill that tank on a building. First strike, first strike. Oof. Yeah, it's just a snowball right now. It's just falling apart for my opponents. No copter because I saved some money because I don't want her to get her prime tactics. Kill, kill, kill. Damage, kill. No prime tactics for you. Rocket, artillery, recon, battle copter because I got the money. Look at that. I have twice the volume size and the unit count size. Also got 5k more each single turn. It can only go worse for my opponent. There's no coming back. That game went on for too long. Now I decided I would go for the tower because I knew I was winning. I was like, I'm laughing my life right now two Recon on the same front. Maya! Kill. Damage, kill. Kill. Damage. The counter-attack is really hard there, but it's not enough. I mean, I got a rocket and a tank. What that one was trying to do, I don't know. Maybe it's somewhat of a comeback considering it's day 30, but it's sealed. It's over. Like, there's no coming back. My! This counter-attack is as hard as is. And I'm winning, so it's even worse right now. I saved some money again because I don't want her to get Prime Tactics. Oof! Almost 3 times her value! And I think she resigned at that point. Yeah, she resigned. The biggest takeaway, don't waste your Recon. Just don't. With that being said, Battlecopter for the win. Like, comment, and subscribe. Weifu War Season 2 will be out probably next spring or next summer. I don't know when. I have a few ideas to make it different and very interesting. And maybe Season 2 will have more episodes. Who knows? Only the future will tell.